Welcome back to our coverage of this PGA Tour event, already in progress. We're picking up on the second hole. Let's get into it. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This for back-to-back birdies.
And after that hole, he's no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely painful to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the pin over on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is on the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
He sits in first position. One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
After a very consistent run of play over the last half a dozen starts or so, Rich, this player's coming with a whole heap of confidence, and they look to me to be one of the players to beat. Do you agree?
We've seen this player time and time again contend for tournaments, and it is no surprise to see him doing it once again this week. It is so fun watching this player. They're in top form.
That's a fast start if I've ever seen one, Rich.
That sets a positive tone for the player, doesn't it?
Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage. There's a real premium here at Torrey Pines South Course, keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Oh, so close. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. We'll hold.
That hole looks double the size for this player this week.
Now 7 strokes up after that hole. Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 sixth, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Yeah, good aggressive play and almost rewarded by finding the green.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
Lining up for his third now. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? And here we are with the third shot. Didn't that look good for a long time? A 7-footer right here.
This is their look at birdie.
Ouch, that hurts. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Still in the lead now after that hole. The par 4 7th, a little dog leg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
Let's check in with Lydia Ko from earlier. Okay, let's get back to the action. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 170 yards.
This would be a great up and down. Big pass over coming up for this fella. That's tracking. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Just a short putt remaining here. Currently at 3 under for the day. We head up the hill. Here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid-irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
That's the way to bounce back. Good way to make up for the bogey at the last. And that will take him to 4 under. Setting up here with a very long putt. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Well, this player's mighty fine. Their lead is now 9 after that performance. The par 5 9th is a monster, over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Luke, is it's just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
Come on, you're better than that. Henny, how bad is this lie?
Yeah, this is not what they wanted. There might be a couple of hits here.
That dog will hunt.
A birdie putt awaits. It was on a good line. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Well, Rich, this is the pivotal final 9 coming up, and the players perfectly positioned. They've given themselves a chance.
Well, after 9, so far so good. It's great to see these 2 players stepping up, getting the best out of the games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
And now we go to the 12th, where this happened just a moment ago.
And this is a great opportunity, a great look from long range.
Here we are, Rich, a wonderful opportunity on the table, the chance to go back-to-back. Just how big would that be?
Obviously massive, but I'm very impressed. They've put themselves in a position to win for the 2nd week in a row. Impressive.
This one is heading towards the nasty stuff.
That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Oh, that's almost a gimme. Great chip.
Oh, Dr. Chipinski strikes again.
Well, the leader is really starting to gap the field now. They're 10 strokes ahead. This is quite an astonishing performance by our leader. Their advantage now out to double digits. I'm not sure if the chase back is good enough to catch them. That wasn't their best approach, Beamer.
Shocking. A missed green in regulation.
Oh, that's a ripper.
Chip in for birdie. That's always a nice feeling.
And let's have one more look at that shot.
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
And a quick glimpse of the leaderboard, and they're currently first, with Justin Thomas second. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. Oh, great swing there. Justin Thomas, the major champion, world #1 player, really has all the attributes, doesn't he, Rich?
He does. His focus on his own game is amazing. I think that this kid really understands how to play the game. He's got all the shots, but he doesn't try and get up there and hit it as hard as he can every single time. He gets out there and he learns how to play the game, hit the finesse shots when you need it, take some risks when you need to, but also back off when you don't need to. This kid is a real deal, complete game from head to toe.
Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Well, it's a great view on the leaderboard. Sitting in top spot, Justin Thomas is second. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round.
Lovely, lovely rhythm.
Time for the second shot here at the 13th. That's tidy. Getting ready to play their third. Chosen the pitching wedge here. He's found the surface. Good chance here. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And back to the course with the live action. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is a 12-footer here.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
This is a par putt. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. This is quite an astonishing performance by our leader. Their advantage now out to double digits. I'm not sure if the chase back is good enough to catch them. Playing this one about 130 yards out. Going with the pitching wedge here. 4 feet to the cup.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
He's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead. And that will take him to 6 under. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. Playing this shot from about 210 yards out. This one needs to kick left.
Wow, showing Will Zalatoris that this rivalry is indeed not to be taken lightly.
Here's Will Zalatoris. This putt to get to 7 under the card.
Looking for another birdie here. Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Well, look who's getting on a roll now. That's back-to-back birdies.
Seemingly an insurmountable lead with just 4 to play. Gotta like his position.
16th, the last of the par 3s on this golf course, but it's not an easy one.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult two-putt to say the least.
Hang on, this looks pretty handy.
That's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one.
And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play.
And a quick glimpse of the leaderboard, and they're currently first, with Justin Thomas second.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent.
Simply amazing power on that tee shot.
Opting for the 9-iron. That should find the surface. Oh, stop it. What a shot.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Well, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Currently 9 under for the round. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round.
And now this player tees off their final hole of the event with the lead.
Oh, golf clap. Second shot here on the 18th hole. Ooh, wouldn't it be nice to chip this in and win the tournament? So much easier when you roll like that, isn't it?
Love watching this player.
Well, there you have it. There's your Farmers Insurance Open champion, and a great performance on a really tough track.
What a victory on this South golf course. This player winning the Farmers Insurance Open, surviving the South.
Sometimes you've just got to stand and applaud. That was a performance for the ages.
It's just one of these wins where you just want to sit back and just soak it all in and enjoy it.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Wham is about to begin. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich.
I'm very happy to be following this particular featured group because there are rumours of quite the
Thompson, which very few people can boast. This should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Luke, Lexi's young but has been on tour for about 30-40 years, it seems. She's been playing forever. She doesn't lack in experience. She can do it all. Not to mention, you'll be looking at her back for most of the day because she'll outdrive you.
Yes, Lexi loves the long ball, and so do we. Good luck in this rivalry because when Lexi gets on top, it's very hard to beat her.
And now that finds him in first place. And as we head to the second tee, the first of the par fives, and as we talked about, you've got to get off to a great start at Pebble Beach.
Absolutely, a par 5 that almost every player should be able to reach into. Just avoid the bunkers right and left, and you're going to have a clean shot into a very narrow green.
Rich, what kind of mojo do you think this player's got after winning in their last start?
This player has more confidence, I believe, than any other player in the field at the moment. This should be another good week for him.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's 2 strokes behind her rival this week.
Putting for an eagle.
Ooh, right by the hole. Almost snatched the eagle there. That would have been huge.
Just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass. The lies aren't too bad here in the first cut of rough. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
It's just about 3 feet away. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. Rich, we get our first look at the beach here at Pebble Beach. This fourth is a short one, but beguiling.
It is just around the 325-yard mark. Most players tend to lay up and just have a wedge for their second. However, the big sticks, they can go ahead and take a rip at it, but beware, the beach lurks closely down the right-hand side.
The ladies' game has been dominated by Koreans for such a long time, but America has been able to have this resurgence basically off the back of Lexi Thompson and the generation she's started to inspire.
Lexi Thompson is so fun to watch because she's got a very unique swing, and when you look at it, you kind of look back and you go, okay, that went a long way. Okay, that went right at the hole. And she's got such control over her golf ball. It's amazing. And the wins are going to continue to pile up for her year after year. I'm blown away by the fact that she is so aggressive on every single shot. There is no laying up in her game, and I love that. Now, that might cost her a few wins, but I tell you what, she's going to have a lot of wins because of that as well. I love the way she plays the game. It's exciting.
I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
Not too sure what happened there. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake.
Well, Rich, here's one of our proven performers in the FedEx Cup points race. They've been there or thereabouts for most of the season, and they go into this tournament as one of the strong favourites. It hardly seems a surprise, doesn't it?
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Our current leader is up by a whopping 7 shots now. The sixth hole here, Rich, at Pebble Beach, is a tale of two halves, isn't it? A strong tee shot down the hill towards the ocean, and then the second, the approach shot back up the hill.
There's no doubt about it, Luke. This is just a spectacular par 5. The beauty of it, though, is that you can mess it up in a hurry. This is a very difficult par 5. Don't make any bones about it.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Wow, was that any good? Putting for eagle here. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And that will move him to 6 under par. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that.
And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Oh, right by the hole.
Great shot into the 7th and a chance for birdie.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
Just 3 feet to the cup. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. Well, after the beauty of the 7th, we go to the beast that is the 8th. Is there a tougher 2-shotter on the property?
Not to my knowledge, no. At just around 425 yards, you're going to lay up to the end of the fairway. No driver needed. But the second shot is where it gets difficult. Downhill, a very small green. You knock it on here in 2, and you've done well.
Going with the 7. Not a bad play, that one.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And that fine play ensures they hold top spot on the leaderboard, with John Rahm trailing in 2nd place.
And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
Good sounding strike, that one. Over to Lexi Thompson.
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
7 feet to the hole. Just didn't drop.
A par putt on the table.
Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Well, it's been great watching this player get the best of their rival, but still a long way to go until the end of this tournament. Let's see how it shakes out.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135. Had a fantastic drive.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently in 4th place.
Lining up the birdie putt here. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. Now at -9 for the day. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round.
And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway.
From about 100 yards. That's a pretty handy shot.
Oh, this has been a ball striking clinic. Another green in regulation.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
And after that hole, they currently lead in 1st place with John Rahm in 2nd. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par.
You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action.
Tee shot is looking good here.
This shot is about 140 yards out. Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. Oh, that's a great shot and sets up a birdie look here at the 13th. It certainly makes putting easier, doesn't it?
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
Currently in first position.
This is quite an astonishing performance by our leader. Their advantage now out to double digits. I'm not sure if the chase back is good enough to catch them.
Could not be more perfect.
Second shot here on the 14th hole. That's a good-looking shot there. And here we are with the third shot. Good chance, this one. Right on 6 feet.
This for a birdie run.
That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Just a couple more inland holes before we head back to the ocean, Rich, the 15th.
Hitting it anywhere down the left-hand side off the tee will find one of those deep bunkers, so you need to avoid those. Hit it out to the right, which will leave a great second shot into this green.
Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. Oh, that one's absolutely stiff. 6 feet remaining to the cup.
Yep, tracking well.
That putt drops, now 13 under par, heading down the stretch.
And nice to have that cushion heading down the last few holes.
Rich, the 16th, not a long par 4, but really requires some accuracy on approach.
It does. Lay up to the top of the hill, and you can look down on this green, which pitches severely from right to left. Just a wonderful short par 4.
Nothing like a bit of momentum here, Rich. This one's going for another birdie.
Oh, no better feeling than to finish the round off with a bunch of birdies. Let's see if they can keep up for the next couple holes.
Nice out the rough here.
Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
This should play.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
And the players left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand.
It's time to check on the leaderboard.
Well, Rich, as we find our way to the 18th tee, few holes in golf capture the imagination more than the finishing hole here at Pebble Beach.
So much history on this hole. Aim it at the trees right in the center and hope you don't get unlucky and get underneath one of them. From there, it's going to be a layup out to the right and just a short third shot. What a wonderful, wonderful finishing hole.
Going with the 5-wood. This one might need to get down a little. Oh, That one had eyes for the flag the whole way. Oh, almost an Albie. How good was that shot? Well, all that hard work, it's time to pay it off. Make this for the tournament. Well, you can start etching that name into the wall of champions, forever etched in history here at Pebble Beach. AT&T Pro-Am champion. Well played.
And no better feeling, Luke, than to win on this classic layout. Pebble Beach Golf Links, a victory they will surely remember for the rest of their days.
Well, Rich, we saw from the get-go that this player was right on song this week, just a class above.
Luke, it's always fun to see a player when they are in full flight as they were this week. It was a blast to watch. Unbelievable job all around.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
Pebble.